and then like I know it's live recording. So any word, Jacko, to the to all the humans in the world?
Well, a countdown would have been nice, Liam, but you know, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
it is what it
Um,
is. I'll have
Good
nice.
evening,
Yeah,
everybody.
this will probably get cut out and edited.
No, it won't. You're just
It,
going to upload it, and
it's
we'll have the raw.
raw,
Yeah.
raw footage here. So, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, to what has been a very intriguing issue that have happened. Has I been suspended from YouTube? I don't know. Will it even be able to be uploaded? I don't actually know. Hopefully it will do. It might take a year. But welcome along, everyone, to the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, first hosted race in 1922, by the way. That is exactly 100 years ago, nearly. Because we are in 2022, it feels ages. Jacko was alive back in 1922, weren't you?
Remember it very well, thank you. You know, post-war, good times. The Roaring Twenties. Great time to be alive, thanks.
Indeed. Of course, in Formula 1, first hosted a race in 1950. And since then, it's hosted every single race, bar one. Jacko, do you know what race that was?
This is Formula One, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you're putting us right on the spot here. Now, I have two possible ideas. One of them, potentially, did they run the Italian Grand Prix at Imola? Or, secondly, was there potentially a Rome street race?
There was not a Rome street race.
In which case, I don't know then.
There was a race run at Imola, but can you guess what year? Any year. Gotta guess it. Right now.
1964.
Didn't run in 1964. I don't think Imola was actually really a thing in 1964. Second guess.
1974.
Getting closer.
Okay, I'm going to leave it to you. Otherwise, we might be
1980 was the race.
1980. That was going to be my next guess. Actually.
That was going to be our next guess. Of course, in terms of the standings, by the way, so I'll get up nice in the background because I couldn't write it down because it wouldn't let me. But luckily, I've got Discord open, so I can scroll down to a little thing. If it lets me actually find where Jacko is, it's not going to. There it is. And the standings, which are as following in the Kia series. It's lovely because it comes up straight away. And it is Mr. Yuri Hasselager. He leads the championship on 76 points from Jake in second on 70. Now, Jacko, if I'm not mistaken, something's wrong with these points because I've done this every week. And if I'm mistaken...
No, right. This is the great time to get this correct. The points aren't incorrect. If you've already advanced, your level of advancement treat you as a higher priority driver over anybody who hasn't advanced but may have more points. So they're not incorrect.
So they're not incorrect, they're just incorrect to my brain. Good.
It's just you, yeah.
It's just me.
Sorry.
So, in third on 45, but is actually third legitly, it is the other Hasselager, it's Leroy. He's in third from Matt Rosmond in fourth. Victor Souza, I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Souza is in fifth ahead of some bloke called Jack Ricketson, who that is.
Hey.
He's in sixth ahead of Ronnie O'Sullivan in seventh, who of course just actually won his seventh title, by the way, in snooker, if you didn't know, so well done to him, the absolute legend. Sullivan Lewis is in eighth ahead of the lovely Jess in ninth. Barry the Bold Eagle is in 10th position ahead of Mr. Isaac Newton in 11th. Matt Tree is hoping to do some climbing in 12th ahead of Niels in 13th. Thomas in 14th ahead of Cameron, Michael and Billy Mr. Watts in 17th. Of all our 17 drivers, there's 15 with us. We are missing 2 of them, of which is someone and someone else, because I can't remember who's missing. Who's missing?
I don't know. I must admit, I'm slightly distracted.
I'm slightly distracted. I don't know who's missing right now. Well, what I do know in qualifying is we will have the first driver out, which is going to be Kaya, which is going to be intriguing, of course. And let's see what he can do. Now, he told me last week he got a podium. He's definitely looking like he can do better. Now, he also did tell me he's going to finish this race. If he doesn't, I have a perfect screenshot to use against him. So, I can have some fun with him if he does not finish. Hopefully he does for his sake. Yuri has been the chosen by the council to be my curse of the day, apparently. So if he does die, then great suffering will happen. Now, I do know who the Jokers are. I'm not going to tell you who the Jokers are, though I do know one of them. And, Jacko, do you know which one I'm on about?
Rightly or wrongly, I do know one of them.
I do know one of them, but I'm not going to say it right now. I'll wait for you to disperse later on at the end of qualifying.
You know what? Technically, don't tell me the other one, but because we're not actually live, I am one of the Jokers, and I can say that, so it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, this is true. We're not live, so I can tell one of the Jokers, but the other one...
Don't tell the other one, because then I know. So the idea is...
Yeah, then Jacko knows, but then if I say it live... Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a paradox.
So the idea is, once my qualifying lap starts, I leave you, and then you can tell them. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. This is going to be intriguing.
I'm not here all night, that's the thing. But I have noticed it's a good night for a Joker driver.
It is.
With it being ever so slightly damp in the race.
Oh, is it going to be damp in the race? Oh, this is going to be spicy. First car on circuit, by the way. That is, I'm pretty certain, is that Kaya exiting the pit lane exactly at 13:30, which is pretty much on bang on the spot of where he was too. It is Mr. Kaya Langston. Let's see what he can do. Driving a livery which just looks like Christmas, if I'm honest. It's green, it's got some red. Looks like Christmas right now. It's nice and nice. Let's see what he can do though as he comes through into Curva Grande. Nice and slow on his outlap, of course. And the one thing around here, Jacko, which I know most certainly, is don't hit these curves because they'll decimate your rear.
They will do that, and they also have a very high chance of putting you into a spin, which is no good, of course. Something that a few drivers found out last season, both tiers. But anyway, Kaya, back in JACKOCAR, the Kia series. This is his return, and the first thing he's done wrong is got the wrong number on his car, but you know, we'll let that one slide to begin with, won't we?
He is number 8. What number is he actually running?
Officially he's number 8, but on the car, what I can see at least, he's number 2, which is Camo Babo's number.
Oh dear, so the number 2 of Kaya, well, let's see what he can do then, and what is a racetrack which holds very good memories for me. For this corner here, I absolutely, well, it didn't end well for someone else that ran into me, but it ended well for me, because I think I got a podium nearly in that race, and then got a big penalty. But, I mean, I got a podium nearly. So there we go, that's a bullet car, 207 miles an hour as you come down towards Tunnel 1, spot the break-ins on the left, there's 75 in between 150, chucks it into the right, then into the left, little bit of double corrections, he gets it up on the gears, into 4th, into 5th, into 6th, into the Curva Grande they go then, and let's see what he can do in these cloudy conditions, right, and then straight up, and then it is into the Della Roggia chicane, then spot about 75 again, and then chuck it left. Take it nice and gentle through here, not to hit the curves, which he does, and then into Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2 then. And then, of course, the first of 2 right-handers, and through they go then. Pretty much synonymous, it's been on this circuit since its inception in 1922. And it was, well, pretty much the entire circuit's the same as it was in 1922, apart from 2 and a bit chicanes, which is one here, one at the other corner, and one at another corner as well. Pretty much the 3 chicanes on the circuit. Through Ascari, named after Alberto Ascari, who died there in 1955, 1 week after crashing in Monaco in a harbour, then died. So, unfortunate for him, but Kaya, let's see what he can do, and he's hopeful things go a little bit better than Ascari.
Good looking lap for Kaya, definitely improved since the last time we saw him, but anyway, up to the line comes the young man from the West Midlands. And it's a respectable 1:23.9 to get us going for the evening, Mr. New.
Yes, next up is not Billy Watts, because he's not here, so it's going to be Thomas Nevitt, who is in his last race this season so far, and that's not going to help the situation. Do you know those curbs we said not to go? Well, we get a nice viewer's livery, I suppose, right there.
If he had the stream on, he would have known, but then again, there is no stream, is there? So
no, it's unfortunate. Did he invalidate though? He did actually invalidate though, which is fair enough. Like,
I will just add as well, sorry Liam, you mentioned it's his last race of the season. It's not, it's his last race of the regular season.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Regular season ending next week for Kia Series. Cup has already finished and shut that door for now. We have the playoffs and the chase drivers all set, but yet to decide how the Kia Series drivers will go in the postseason. But Thomas through Ascari.
Didn't look very planted, did it? It's the rear end wants to step around, and he's going to happen. He's probably overheated his tyres, and that is Probably why he's struggling through the last corner. He comes into the famous Parabolica, a little bit wide, somehow not invalidate, up to the line, and it's not going to be pole. It might be at least second, because he's the second card to finish. And next up will be Excite, I believe, or Michael Goris in the number 90, which he's actually not running, I don't think. Is that the number 90? Or is it another number? It's hard to see. But he's purple. I can't see what number it is, but it definitely looks like it's a number. It's number 20. So it's like bingo right now. Trying to guess who's actually doing what. So he's also got the wrong number. But it doesn't matter too much because it's a very pretty livery, I will say.
Yeah, big fan of this one. And Michael, by the way, the newest driver in the league. Very quick last week, wasn't he? Did he bang it on pole, or was he very close to pole? I can't quite remember. I can't
remember. Well, he's not going to be on pole today, though, is he? Not today. Look what you've done. Now look what you've done.
I've got this advantage of being able to curse my rivals, look,
yes.
whilst I'm temporarily commentating for the next minute and a half. I'm going to have to leave you with 7 to go, unfortunately.
Well, you can mute your mic and come back.
No, because then I'll have you commentating, and that will be very distracting. No, that's too complicated. Too many buttons.
Too many buttons. Well, next up is Indecisive, who is currently through Ascari right now. And let's see what he can do as he comes through. One right-hander to go. Can he get it into second position? That is the answer. As long as he gets the Parabolica, the answer should reveal itself as a resounding yes. Through he comes, and let's see what he can do. Up to the line, it's going to be a 122.9.
Nice.
Puts him on pole by exactly pretty much 1 second, to be exact.
Nice lap and nice car, I have to say.
Yeah, indeed.
Good stuff from Mackie there.
In comes King, and as he comes through down into the braking zone into Ascari, he's also setting the timing screen light in his red and white livery. And next up after that will be
Camo Babbo, I think.
Camo Babbo after that, but let's see what King can do. Through in to the last corner, Cameron Blair, as I believe it is, in his red and white Marlboro almost-esque machine. Ooh. And through he comes into the last corner, straight into the line, up to the line, and let's see what he can do. And it's going to be P1 then, 121.6 for him. Next Liam, is Basil Brass.
I shall leave you at this point. Remember to record the end of qualifying, and then a new recording for the thingy. But
otherwise issues will happen.
Enjoy commentating. Have a good race, man.
Yes, I shall have a relax in the commentary box now.
Enjoy. Au revoir.
Goodbye, Jacko, who leaves me in my somber land as Bazza through into Lesme. A little bit twitchy on the rear end, but gets it all hooked up into the right. And let's see what he can do. A little bit twitchy again on the exit. Straight line, speed up, down the straight, and then spot the braking zone. It takes a little while to come up to here, and then all of a sudden, down, into 4th gear, into 5th. He wants to go one higher, a little bit twitchy again on the rear end, but he's purple in Sector 1, purple in Sector 2. Through he comes into the last corner, into the Parabolica, the last corner on this circuit, the right-hander, and let's see what he could do then. Chucks it right, rear end sticking, yes it is, nicely done. Up to the line, and let's see what can Bazza do. It's P3. Next up is Jess, who's currently in 14th position to set her lap time. She is running Valentina Rossi, by the way, and who is a lovely rider, by the way, and Jess riding Rossi right now down the back straight. I've just realised what I've said, but nonetheless it's going quite well in towards Ascari, down on the brakes, and it is a 54.3 for her. Keeps it in the track limits right here. So difficult to get on the curb on the outside, and it will switch around and drop it very easily. And here we come then, down into what is the Parabolica. And let's see what she can do then. Chucks it into the right, builds the revs all the way up and across the line, and it will be, hopefully, in the top 5. It's second position. It's second position. 2 tenths off of pole. What a lap from Jess right there. Well. Don't I believe that one. That is a sensational lap from Jess there, who's put it on the front row temporarily with just over 4 minutes to go. And that is an incredible lap time. Let's see what Risky can do. Purple Sector 1. It is a very decent Sector 2. And what they can, Sullivan Lewis can do then. Speed risky then, through into the Parabolic Cup. And it's all about what the pace is, all about what they can do. Through the last corner, here comes Risky. The man who wants to get on pole position, will he get on pole? The answer that easy, yes he can. A 121.3 for him then. Next up is Sullivan, I believe, who's currently coming through the middle sector. He's on sector 1, it's a purple sector 1. For him is into Lesmo 1, into Lesmo 2. Down on the brakes, chucks it into the right, rear end sticks, and it is looking all good for him then. The man who is, so far, currently doing a very good job into the braking zone in a livery. It's very pretty, by the way. Down on the brakes, chucks it into a scurry, rear end sticks, front end sticks as well. It's like a little roller coaster right now on board we are, and then it is, wait. There you can see the outboard camera, there's that beautiful livery. And then spot the braking zone on the left, there's the braking markup. And then right-hander, chucks it in, builds the revs back up then on the exit, and it's all straight to the line then. And let's see what O'Sullivan can do. Can he get it on pole position? The answer to that is only P2 then for him. Next up is the man who just left me, the evil man who's just left me. I'm so disappointed he's left me like this. But here is Jacko, and let's see what he can do then. He is hoping for a good afternoon here today, and let's see what he can do. Into the Ascari chicane, left to right to left again. Chucks the power up, and then it's all about just waiting, and then spot the braking zone in just a few moments' time. See the left, look at the right, down into 50, and then it is all the way down. Fifth gear, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, cross the line around about 194 miles an hour, I believe it was, pretty much, and it's P4 for him. Slots himself just ahead of Jess right now. He's so far still in 5th position. This is looking like an incredible time for Jazz so far. Vitinho, let's see what he can do then, as he now spots the braking zone into Ascari. Chucks it in, and it is down into 6th, into 5th, up into 5th, up to 6th, into 7th, up into 8th gear, then past Sullivan on the right. Oh, well, might I say on the left, I suppose, on your screen, almost on the right in some instances on some screens as well. Depends on which one to look at. It's on the right on that screen. Into the last corner, and let's see what Vitinho can do, and can he get himself up on the front row of the grid. Across the line right now, Vitinho, well, he certainly can. That is P1 for him. Next up, the man who was leading this championship for quite a long time, in his Force India, might I say. It is Mr. Jake Combs, and so far, very impressive qualifying for some, and I will say, real surprising for me, is going to be Jacko and Jess in 5th and 6th. Incredible lap times for the pair of them, who can dispatch them right now. We have got Jake, he's the first hurdle to see, and let's see what it's going to be. Purple Sector 2 then. Force India with Vinantonio Liuzzi, but that's why. That's invalidated, and that is the end of Liuzzi's lap time right there. Let's hope he doesn't do what Liuzzi did in real life in 2011, which is absolutely decimate the entire field at turn number 1. So, next up is Mr. Newgarden, and let's see what the Garden of New can certainly do. Well, it looks like he's going for a very nice lap time. He is driving the Technicolor Dreamcoat, by the way. 56 seconds to go in qualifying. Through into Lesmo 2, and so far, it looks like pretty much everyone is having a very solid qualifying so far. Let's see then, on the brakes, chucks it in, into Ascari, purple sector 2 for Newgarden. This is the corner which has caught so many out, and he's done it this time around. So it looks like he will get a lap time on so far. Newgarden down into the second, into the last corner, and it will be 5th gear, chucks it in. Rear end will stick just about as Sullivan has retired. There, someone's dropped it somewhere on the circuit. I think that might be Jake who's dropped it. Next is Yuri. Now, he is going for pole position. He cannot make a mistake. It is crucial for his championship that he does not have an issue today. He is driving Michael Schumacher, and it looks like he is channeling his inner Schumacher here. Through he comes. Nicely done. Rear end steps out, but it's all looking good then for the man who is looking for a pole position. He's going to get a nice toe for Jake. Pulls out to the right-hand side. It's purple sector 2. And this is going to be crucial. Can he do it then? In's got just a few corners to go. He gets it in the track limits. And now it's spot the braking zone down into the last corner. And let's see what Juri Hasselard can do then. And free comes then into the last corner. And can he get himself onto pole position? The answer to that is most certainly gonna be a grand total of no. He cannot. It is P2, but by the slightest of margins. And your official rundown then of qualifying for Tino ahead of Yuri, Newgarden and Risky, Sully, Kingen, Jacko, Jess, Bazza, Indecisive ahead of Kaya, Nevitt, and then Kamababu, Excite, and Jake all did not set lap times there for those three. Naughty, naughty for them, all three of them invalidating. So, now, it's all about to see who is going to do for what for the race, and I can save this clip. Because if I don't, I'll forget, and then we'll have issues.